Hi everyone, my name is Noah and welcome to my channel. Today I'm filming in my living room and I'm filming with the sunlight, which is kind of weird because I usually don't do that. But I finished class early today, and also I'm kind of scared to film this in the dark because, you know. So today I'm going to be filming a storytime video. It's the first time I filmed this kind of video. If you like it, definitely let me know in the comment section down below and give this video a thumbs up if you want more. I have so many stories that I want to tell, but I don't really know if I'm a good storyteller yet. I guess we'll see. I filmed a video with my friend Yanis a couple of weeks ago, and we talked about all the weird and supernatural experiences we've had in the past few apartments I've lived in. And we said we wanted to film a video to tell you guys a little bit more about all those things that happened. Yanis is at work today and we won't really have time to film that video, so I decided to film it alone. Hopefully that won't make you believe me less than if he was here, but I promise he will approve of everything I say, and if not, I will let him comment this video and tell me that I'm full of shit. So a little bit of context. I moved from Paris to the Bay Area 3 years ago now. When I was 17, I moved here for college. First I lived in the dorms, nothing was weird there. And then a few months after school started, I found this really nice apartment for quite cheap compared to the prices here in California. So I jumped on the occasion and got my first apartment. I lived alone in the two first apartments I'm going to talk about, and the third one I have a roommate. So it's freshman year, fall semester. I move into my first apartment. Everything is exciting. I get to decorate it. It's really nice. It's very light. I don't know, it was perfect in my opinion. But then little by little, I started feeling like something was watching me, or something was just with me in the apartment, and I was literally alone most of the time. I also had this really bad tendency. If you've watched my apartment tours, you know I have those LED lights that change colors. So whenever I would watch a horror movie, I would turn these two lights bright red and turn all the other lights off just so that it would be scarier. And whenever I would do that, I would always feel like something was weird. I do that thing at home in Paris whenever I watch a horror movie too, and I never get that same feeling. And then Yanis visited me once in my first apartment, so he was staying with me. And I think the first thing that got us like wondering if something was up was, I think it was a can sitting on the table, flattest table in the world. Nothing, no water, nothing slippery or anything. And we were just talking or something at night, I think it was dinner time, and the can just starts moving. Okay, I'm getting scared. Sorry if the audio of this video is really bad. My neighbors are having a little party right behind the window, so that can starts moving. We're both looking at each other and we're like, that scared us a little bit, but we're just like, whatever. Something must have happened, something logical. It's probably an explanation, so we don't really pay attention to that. And then Yanis is staying with me 1 week, 2 weeks, and he starts telling me about how he feels weird in the apartment. He feels like he's being watched sometimes when he's alone. And I'm just thinking like, that's weird. Like, why do we both have the same feeling? And then the biggest thing happened. To me, it's the biggest thing, and it's the scariest because it's not something we could have made up, and it's something that we both saw and didn't tell each other until after it happened. So basically, one day my landlord came to me and he was like, I have another unit available in the same building at the first floor. Are you interested? It was cheaper, it was a little bit smaller, but my apartment was really big at the time and I lived alone, so I didn't really need it. So we signed the lease, everything is ready. And one day I start moving my furniture down with Yanis. It takes us, I think, a couple of days to move everything from the couch to bed, everything. And then the second day, it's like 9 p.m. probably, and we're like, okay, I think we have everything, so let's go check the other apartment and see if we forgot anything, just make sure. And that other apartment was at the very top floor of the building, and there's no lights at all besides the lights that you would buy from IKEA or like from your personal lights. So once we had moved all the lights from the top floor apartment to the bottom floor apartment, it was basically all empty and dark. So I'm literally scared right now. So we go to the top floor apartment, I open the door, and how the apartment was set up is that you open the door, you're in the living room, but you can basically see through the entire apartment. The living room, there was this other room, and then the bedroom. All the doors were aligned, so when you got in the apartment you could see the entire thing, and there were windows in the bedroom all the way around. And so I got in the apartment, I opened the door, and without paying attention I look up and look through to the bedroom, and I see this shape for 1 second, not more, just the shape of a person, like a silhouette, all dark, because the light of like the moon or something was coming from the end of the bedroom. I just saw like a shape of someone and I was so terrified. I looked again, there was nothing to see, and I just tell myself, it's okay, just check everything, go down, like, it's okay. We go around the apartment, go in the bedroom, no one's there, everything's good. So we decide to leave. I leave the apartment, and before leaving, Yanis turns around to like have a last look and like check if I forgot anything. And I see him pause and look through the doors, and then he closes the door and he's like, yo, I just saw something. Like, I just saw someone in the bedroom. You guys, I got the chills. So we're walking down the stairs and he tells me, Noah, like, I'm not kidding, I saw something, I saw someone, or this weird silhouette, and I'm like, I saw it too. I'm literally terrified right now, and the fact that there's a mirror behind me and a door are not helping, because what's gonna grab me from behind? I literally saw it when we went in and didn't want to think much of it, but once he told me that he saw it, and it's not like it was something and we just took it for something else, because we went in and there was nothing. So to me that was the biggest event, just because it was the most unexpected, the scariest for me. So I tell myself, this apartment was weird, it's okay, I moved. And then Yanis was still there, and this apartment was much smaller. It's the one I filmed my first apartment tour video in. So if you remember that video, it's just basically one room and then this other smaller room and then kitchen and bathroom. But the main room was where my bed and my couch was, so everything was happening in this room. And right next to the door there was like a walk-in closet where I put all my stuff, from clothes to my coats, my shoes, like everything was there. And so Yanis is there, and he keeps telling me, like, when I wake up at night to go to the bathroom, or when I just wake up, like, I feel weird, like it's still happening, like I feel really weird, I feel like I'm being watched. That feeling, if you felt it, then you know what I'm talking about. And so he still had that feeling, and I was just like, maybe, I don't know, because I didn't really feel anything anymore, and I was convinced that this apartment was just a new start and nothing was gonna happen there. I would go to school during the day, and Yanis would stay home, work, or meet up with people, but when he would be home, he would always tell me, like, today was weird, today was scary. When someone tells you something, your first incline is to be like, there has to be an explanation. So one day he tells me that when I was in school, he was going to the shower, and he turned the lights off everywhere, especially in that walk-in closet, like everything was off. He went to shower, and when he came out of the shower, apparently the light was on in the walk-in closet. And like when he told me that, I was like, well, there has to be an explanation. Maybe the switch was not well done, or but it doesn't make sense, because it's the kind of light where you pull a string, so it's like hard to turn it on and off. And I was like, maybe you just didn't turn it off and you didn't realize. And he's like, no, I promise, like I did turn it off, like I made sure that everything was off, and it was on when I came out of the shower. And so that freaked me out a little bit, but still, when you don't see it, it's hard to believe. I know it's bad, but I didn't think much of it. And then that one day, we're just watching a movie, it's nighttime outside, and the walk-in closet is just a closet. There's no air conditioning, no nothing, no outside, no window. It's like a closet, like just a closet. And at one point, we start hearing like really loud noise, like everything in the closet is falling down, going against the wall, like we feel like everything is moving. And I paused the movie and I'm like, what was that? My first thought was like, that has to be the neighbors behind, because my building was like this, and there was my apartment and another apartment, but we realized that there was no one living in the unit next door because it wasn't rented yet. So I go to the closet and I'm like, and so I opened the door, and literally 2 hats were down on the floor, like 2 baseball hats that were on the top shelf that I hadn't touched for weeks and that were perfectly stable. Well, it was just weird. There's no way they would have fallen because there's no wind. And there's no way they would have made that much noise, like so loud. I thought everything was down. The shoes, the jackets, I thought everything was on the floor. But I guess I just kept living and I was just like, there has to be something. Now I start to understand why everyone tells me I would be the first person to die in a horror movie, because I need to get it together. Oh, okay. Also, a little fact that I learned when I was about to move out of that building, I was talking to my landlord and he told me that the unit was available when he offered it to me, the bottom floor unit, when I was living in the top floor unit, because the previous person who lived in the apartment had died. He was really old. He liked to live by himself and take care of everything. He didn't want to like be in an establishment or anything. He really wanted to be in his own apartment, but one day he died. I'm not laughing about that. It's nervous. So at this point, I'm about to move out of this apartment. All those things added up. The silhouette, the thing moving by itself, the noise and things falling when there's clearly nothing, and that light turning on. I was just really, really scared. And when he told me that someone was dead in this apartment, I was just okay, I'm out of here. Like, there's no way, like, I need to leave. And I was in the process of changing places anyway. At first I thought maybe the other building had something or someone that would cause everything that I experienced. But this one is no different. In the first few weeks that I lived here, we started hearing noise. Sometimes we hear like a woman screaming, like really, really loud. And I always feel like it's someone making a joke outside, but why would you make that joke so many times? Because if you are, stop, it's not funny. Also, in the first few weeks, the things falling off the shelves happened again. I was with my roommate. We were in the living room talking, and then we hear like a really loud noise of something falling down. We both look at each other and we're like, oh, what was that? We go check. Nothing fell in the bathtub. It felt like something fell in the bathtub for some reason. Nothing fell in my room, and then we go to her room. Everything seems fine, and then this one little box fell off her shelf. Once again, I promise, this most stable shelf. She said she hadn't touched that box in like weeks, and it was at the top and it just ended up on the floor for some reason. Made the loudest noise when it was the smallest box. It's just really weird. And finally, the last thing that to me was the scariest, because I was really involved in it, happened maybe a month ago. I talked about it in the video where I said I was gonna film this story time, but if you haven't seen it, basically I was laying down in my bed facing the wall. I was really tired, just wanted to sleep, but the lights were on in my room, and the light starts not flickering, but like, I don't want to say the light was turning on and off because it's not the case. It just felt like the light was moving. I don't know how to say that in a way that wouldn't make me sound crazy, but I'm looking at this and I'm trying to understand, like, what's the pattern? Why is it doing this and then this? And so I start asking the light question, and that's probably the moment you think I'm definitely crazy. Question that they could answer by saying yes or no. I know it sounds weird. I'm laying down facing this way against the wall, and there's this other part of the room with another light there. I'm asking all those questions, and all of a sudden I feel something behind me, like in the other part of the room that I wasn't looking at, and I just feel really, really anxious and stressed all of a sudden. Like, I feel really bad. And so I look at the light and I'm like, did you come to warn me about this thing? And it says yes, like really, really fast. And I want to turn around. I want to know what it is. I want to know if there's anything, but I can't move. I can't move at all. I just felt like I put all my energy into trying just to turn around, just lay on my back and see. And I just couldn't move. My eyes were open, I could see everything, but I just couldn't move. In a quarter of a second, I close my eyes and I fall asleep. I'm in this dream with my friends and everything is normal, but this person, and I can't see their face, just comes to me and tells me that I have to kill one of my friends. I have to kill them in a horrible way. It felt like hours where I was trying to run away and trying to do my thing, and that person was just telling me the same thing. I had to kill this person. And then at one point I open my eyes and I see like a shape in front of me, and I scream and I jump back and I'm terrified. It's just Yanis, who's like, are you okay? And I literally started freaking out. I'm like, what was that noise? What was that noise? And I don't even know what noise I was talking about, but I start like literally screaming and going, I hate noises, I'm terrified right now. So I was terrified. He thought I was crazy. You guys probably do too. That was terrifying, and the part where I couldn't move and I just felt something so negative behind me was just the scariest thing in the world. So since then, it was about a month ago, nothing major happened, just the usual weird noises and the feeling when we wake up at night that something is weird. I think that was basically it. Now again, these events happened in the span of 2.5 years. I'm just putting them together because they marked me and they're really scary to me. To me, the proof that I'm not crazy is just that I'm not the only one seeing and feeling those things. So I don't know. I don't know how to bring this video to an end. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, that you thought it was interesting, and if not, entertaining. If you do believe in those things, please take me seriously. I'm not joking. I'm not making these things up. I don't think I have the imagination to do that, but don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Let me know in the comment section if you like these storytime videos. I have so many other stories, not as scary, maybe funnier stories that I want to tell you guys, so definitely let me know. And don't forget to follow me on all my social media accounts. All my links will be in the description box down below, and I will see you guys very soon for a new video. Bye.